Afternoon and welcome Machinists Union members and our allies in the labor movement. This is your weekly 141 report, and I'm your host, Dave Leod, a communications representative for District Lodge 141. The report topic this week takes us to the island of Puerto Rico as we have a conversation with Daisy Rios, a committee person for the IAM with United Airlines. We will learn about the importance of having a union for our Caribbean sisters and brothers. Join us as we discuss this and other information as our 141 report starts now. Hello, Sister Daisy. Thanks for taking the time to join us on today's report.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we were kind of like concerned. I don't know if we were going to get that connection. We got it working though. That's great. It's good to see you.
It was a pleasure to meet you today.
Yeah, it's good seeing you. So, Sister, as we begin, can you please tell the viewers about yourself and how long you've worked in the airline industry and the positions that you've held with the IAM?
Okay. I've been working with United for over 21 years. I've been there since '99. I've been working customer service, baggage area, and the gates, now mainly just gates and lobby. We have the position that I held for the IAM back when we started. I worked with Paul Kampisky and John Medeiros at the time, and I was a committee rep. And then the two ladies took over, and now I've been back now for about 2 months.
So, Daisy, have you always lived on the island?
No, I lived in Chicago. I was a paralegal in Chicago before I came to live here in Puerto Rico.
All right. Well, it's wonderful. It's great that you're back involved doing committee work. So, how big is the airline operation, and how many IAM members do you represent in San Juan?
We have our operations like 300 flights a month. We have like 15 in high season, about 6, 7 in low season. And we now hired about 6 more employees. So we're now up to 53 members.
Well, that's great. So you're a member of Local 2725, which is not a total airline local. It's what we call an amalgamated lodge. Can you tell us a little about the local, how big it is, and what the membership is made up of?
Okay, with the local lodge, they have about 500 members. They represent 2 units in the Pesco Frito-Lay salesmen and U.S. Virgin Islands, and they also have merchants in units. They also represent nurses, LPNs, and the Asilo Mutuo area, and we also have another local lodge, which is 2252, which is the Comforton Union local lodge, and they represent about 450 members.
Yeah, I heard that. With Juan Negron, which I was going to ask you about later on in the interview. He was instrumental in getting the carpenters down there to join the Machinists Union. It was great. Sister, I know your island in the past few years has been hit hard by tropical hurricanes. How has the IAM helped the workers?
Well, they immediately contact us to see how much damage we had. They had provided us with $100 for each employees to help with gas and whatnot. They also supplied lots of water, paper towels, toilet paper, milk, cartons of milk. They kept the water coming, which was really, really needed. A lot of us didn't have electricity and light for between 3 to 6 months. I was one of the last to receive electricity in 6 months after, but yeah, they have always been attentive to us, helping us, cleaning up and whatnot. There's always been there.
How did the, with what was going on down there, how did the IAM work with the company? I know it was very traumatic for our employees that were down there. How did the IAM stand up and help the workers? I mean, you must have had a lot of conversations with management, with workers trying to get to work and trying to deal with the disaster that was unfolding at the on the island. How did you deal with all that? And how did the workers deal with all that?
Well, what we have done with the company, depending how far you lived. So if you were an employee that worked very near the airport and damage wasn't so severe, we worked around where if any employees can help out, they can. For those employees that couldn't, like myself, I live too far away. We were told to stay put, stay home, and we were communicating back and forth through WhatsApp whenever we could get communication, because communication was kind of bad at that time as well.
Yeah,
So.
yeah.
Some of us were able to just stay at home and stay put until the agreement was that we can come back.
So it was really instrumental that the union was a good voice to help out the members during that time.
Oh yes, oh yes. If we didn't have a union, most likely they probably would have told us all to come in to try to clean no matter where you were. So I'm very grateful that we do have that type of protection that protects us.
It's that voice that's so important that non-union workers really need to understand, is that, you know, when we have a unified workforce and a union in place, you know, management pays much more attention to what the workers are saying. So thankful that you guys had representation down there during that traumatic time. Yeah. You know, talking about the relief efforts too. I mean, I remember when that was all going on, my local and a lot of other locals, we were packing up pallets worth of goods and shipping it down there to help you all out down there. And it was quite nice to see the machinist members coming together and helping out our brothers and sisters. So it was good stuff. So how important is it being union on the island?
Of course, I wouldn't be working in Puerto Rico if I didn't have a union. The local laws here are just crazy. They don't represent you. I always wonder why people don't want to be part of a union. I don't know what the fear it is, but if they only knew the help that they can get, the protection they can get, I mean, I know of a company that does the baggage claim area and bag pullers. They have no protection. They don't get paid any sick. They don't get paid any vacation time. If they get injured, they're on their own. Right now, they recently just put up the minimum wage, raised up the minimum wage to $8.50. So those who were 8 hours are now 4 hours and not allowed to pay anything more. They pay for their own parking. To get reimbursed for that takes months. And they don't have any type of protection. I tell you, I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful to be part of a union and that protects me and looks out for me.
Would you say that the airline union workers, United workers, are probably the highest paid workers in the area on the island?
Yes, we are.
Yeah. I mean, that's because you got a union contract. I mean, that's
yes. And expensive to live here. So like I said, I'm grateful. It's expensive to live in Puerto Rico.
Yeah. So Daisy, who's assigned to San Juan as your AGC?
Victor Hernandez.
And how's that working out?
He's a blessing. He's always available for me. I am very fortunate to work with him. And I don't know about anybody else, but I hope he doesn't change and leave us. I hope he just stays with me until I retire. When I retire, he can go.
Well, that's great. Daisy, before we close out this report, do you want to mention anything we may have forgot, or someone you may want to have a shout out to the IAM?
I do. I looked actually, I'm hoping to meet, I have not met him yet, Juan Negron. I was told he does great stuff out here. And since I've been back for the last 2 months, I'm hoping we have a local lodge meeting today. So I'm hoping to meet him. If not there, if he can stop by and see me at the airport, I'd be greatly appreciated to know who he is.
He's great. He's a good guy. I've known him for quite some time. He comes out of the Eastern Territory, and he does some good work. So you'll like him a lot. Well, sister, I appreciate you for coming on today and your report about San Juan. Thanks for taking the time. I hope to see you in person at a future conference. I know we got Chairman's Conference coming up, Chairman's Committee Conference coming up sometime this year. So maybe we'll get together and meet in person. But I appreciate you taking the time to come on today's show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Okay. Well, before we close out today's 141 report, we have one more interview to share with our viewers. District 141 has added another educator to the education department. So please welcome Sister Venus Eastling. Sister, please tell us about yourself.
Hi, I'm Venus, originally from Chicago. Started my journey with United Chicago 24 years ago. And reservations transferred over to the airport in Chicago, then transferred down to Atlanta about 18 years ago. I've been committee chair for over 12 years, recording secretary, as well as a lead CSR and some new hire training as well.
So sister, I understand you have some big news to share with the viewers. You are our new District 141 educator. How did all this come about?
Yeah, I'm so excited. My AGC talked to me a lot about, because I'm really interested in education and educating the new hires as well as my coworkers. So I'm so excited to join the team of education and educating new shop stewards. Just bringing some energy, some new ideas, and just being there and being available for them.
So Sister Venus, who's your Assistant General Chair?
Tony Gibson. Tony Gibson's my AGC.
So Educational Director Mac McGovern called you up?
He sure did. Matt called me up and he's like, Venus, you can do this. I was like, are you sure I can do this? He said, absolutely, you can do this. And yes, I can do this.
So where was the first location you started teaching?
The very first location is Dulles. And I actually just started, the first class was yesterday and finishing up the second class today. I'm working with Kim Krasny. She's amazing. Just following her. She's giving me so much awesome information, and I'm just so excited. So
sister, what is your big goal in being an instructor in the education department?
My big goal is to really help continue to educate our shop stewards. We have some amazing shop stewards out there, been doing it for a long time, and then we have brand new ones. But things are always changing and evolving, and technology, and then just people. So just bringing some really good energy to get them just reinvigorated about what they're doing, that they're doing something great. And it's helping our coworkers, it's helping our membership.
So Sister Venus, one final question. It's Black History Month. Who do you admire and look up to from history as you take on this new role as an educational leader in the IM?
They have this really famous quote that I like, and I've actually read quite a few of her books and poems, and it's Maya Angelou. And the one thing that sets out to me that I say a lot in a lot of my classes too, people may not remember everything you say or everything you do, but they always remember how you make them feel. And I think that's so important in everything that we do, especially in education and educating our coworkers, our members. Yes.
Well, thank you very much, Venus, for coming on today's report.
I appreciate you. Thank you, guys.
Well, this wraps up another 141 report. This concludes today's program. Everyone have a great weekend. Stay safe and healthy. Bye for now.